Hey, you guys, it's your favorite little keto goofball diamond, and this is a keto video. Today marks 6 years and 11 days of my ketogenic journey. For those of you who are new here, it has been a remarkable journey showing me just how incredible I can be when I put my mind to it. It's also shown me that I can be very disappointing when I'm being lazy. So we're going to talk all about it. I wanted to do a shorter video and start shortening my videos because they're quite long sometimes because I like to talk. The thing is, I got a lot to say today. We got a lot to talk about, including redisease, injury, and life in general. For those of you who are new here, I'm a regular lemony snickets. Lemony snickets? I can say that word great in my brain, but when it comes out of my mouth, it does not sound right at all. I always got a series of unfortunate events to discuss, or great, wonderful things, but generally. So guess who managed to crack a bone with a stainless steel cup? This girl. In fact, I actually did it the day before I started work. One of these. It was empty. It slipped out of my arms and came down on the side of my ankle with the rim. It hurt. It was very unpleasant. I'm just kidding. It was rainbows and daisies. But anyway, there might have been some cussing and some hobbling, and I thought I was all right. I mean, it did swell kind of instantly, and it did throb and throb and throb kind of instantly. And then it wasn't long after that, I don't even remember if it was minutes or hours, I stepped in a big old hole Shiva dug, and I went down. No, it's not necessarily her fault. She's getting underneath my car, which is kind of irritating, but our driveway is made primarily of sand. It's quite easily to move the sand, and we fill it back in and she digs it back up, and we fill it back in and she digs it back up. But yeah, so I wasn't quite sure what caused the injury, or if I had a sprain, or if I had a crack, or my brain was saying it was a deep tissue bruise. Unfortunately, this happened the day before I started my new job, and I tried to act completely normal. I tried to not hobble because I'm starting a new job. I don't need to go in there looking injured. And, I gritted my teeth a lot, bit my lip, just dealt with it because 12-hour shifts, a long time to be on your feet, especially when one of your feet is swollen and bruised or whatever. I was thinking deep tissue bruise or something like that. But it became increasingly more difficult to walk. And, well, part of it, I got two theories, and the doctor seems to have one. Two doctors seem to have one, but I don't think they're right. But we'll talk about that too. All right, so, when you're injured and you're trying to take pressure off one body part, it tends to put pressure on another one and causes problems with that other body part. So, trying to walk where I wasn't hurting myself, I started to get severe cramps in the back of my leg. Now, again, I got two theories on that. One was the way I was walking, and two was I've been very, very hot and sweaty for several months now, which magnesium depletion, calf cramps, potassium, sodium, all those things cause calf cramps. So I started getting those really sharp. One Sunday morning I woke up and I had 5 in a row. I could barely breathe, let alone, walk. It took a little while for me to be able to, move around. So I had to call out because I couldn't, do much. And I could, go a few feet, 10, 20, sit down, but I couldn't do that at work. Okay, Jake. But anyway, I couldn't do that at work, so I had to call out. Well, Saturday morning, I'm heading to work. I go into Sheets to get a drink because I forgot my soda at home. And as I'm getting out of my car, I get one of those really sharp cramps in the back of my calf. and it causes me to like twist my foot. At which point, nothing but throbbing, shooting pains going through my ankle. And it was just kind of traveling up to my knee. I still went to work. I got in there. I walked all the way to the time clock, which this is not a small building, let me tell you. It's a very, very huge building. And I did it, gritting my teeth. I'm just kind of like, oh God, I don't know what I'm going to do here. And then I realized I left my drink in the car, and I can't go without a drink in that hot building. So I walked myself back outside, got my drink, walked myself back inside to the area where I was hidden, pretty much. That's a story for another time. We'll get to that one day. But and then I got another sharp cramp in my calf. Such a big building, such few people in there. I had to text the supervisor. I'm like, dude, I can't go into urgent care. Just can't. And it took me probably about 10 minutes to walk myself to the time clock and out the building. I mean, I've been in a lot of pain, And, I mean, I've been in pain before. But that's a whole nother level when you have to step on it. So I went to urgent care. It was a little later in the day because I actually went up there first thing because my Google said it was going to open at 7. And it was like 6:30 when I got there. I was like, okay, I'll just wait and hope they fix me. 7:30 rolled around. They're still not open. I'm like, Google's wrong. So I left. So anyway, I did go back up to urgent care, and they couldn't see me because I went to a different one, and I didn't have my ID. And you need your ID to start an account there. It's like, okay, fine. I did manage to get to the other urgent care again later in the day. When I go to work, I don't take most of my stuff with me. I take my debit card, my phone, keys. That's pretty much it. So I didn't have it, but I did finally make it, and I was highly impressed, kind of, sort of. So they didn't have an x-ray machine, which I kind of find odd for an urgent care. I would think they'd have that, but both urgent cares said that they don't have x-ray machines anyways. Okay, but the little doctor fellow had a really cool device, or a Doppler, like a ultrasound Doppler, that plugged into his phone and had an app. I was like, whoa, that's cool. Thing is, it can't really do much with bone. So he could tell it was swelling, which I could see it was swelling. And the main concern he had was the size of my calves. So he was scared that I, blood clots. Like, no, my calves are just huge. They've always been huge. Yeah, but anyway, he couldn't do much with it, and he couldn't x-ray. He just knew for sure that it was swollen and probably sprung. I was like, well, I figured as much, but I need to know for work. And was hoping maybe you could fix me. He did prescribe, oh crap, what's it called? Is it laying around here? I can tell you. Meloxicam, which is like a combination of a NSAID painkiller and a anti-inflammatory. It's like a really strong ibuprofen, I suppose, because I'm not supposed to take NSAIDs with this at all. So anyway, I was like, okay, but he wants me to go have a D-dimer test, I think that's what he called it, to see if there's blood clots in my calves, because, these big old calves. I was like, dude, they're the same size. I mean, they just are. But anyway, it's like, okay, I didn't learn much from that. Hello. I didn't learn much from that, so I thought I would set an appointment to go see my regular doctor, or my regular doctor's office, because my regular doctor is really hard to get in with. Anyway, went there today, and they did x-ray. We got to wait for the x-ray tech, I guess, to look at the x-rays, but she did show me an image of a crack
the only person in the world to break her ankle on a cup.
It's a big cup, okay?
Is that the same one?
Yeah.
That is?
Yes.
I thought it was the big silver one that was in there.
It's the same size.
Silver. Well, I know, but I thought it was still the silver.
I think I was using that one that day because I laughed about the girl boss thing. Girl boss my ass. Broke my damn ankle with a cup. But no. Later I laughed about it. It wasn't in that moment.
Well, yeah, you hit directly onto the bone.
Right. I thought,
anything that hits directly on the bone, whether it breaks it or not, hurts.
I was hoping it just hurts. It did not. But anyway, there's a crack there. They can't say it's a fracture yet till the tech, whoever does the x-ray stuff, has a chance to look at it. But she doesn't think it's a break because it's not. It doesn't look like it's going all the way through that bone. It's not a weight-bearing bone, but I can't turn any uneven surface where I can't keep my foot flat, which is hard to do. Hurts badly. I can't, kind of turn either way, go up or down. But I can stand on it for a little while, and then it gets really bad. And hobbling on it's kind of really bad. But yeah, so there's that. And I thought urgent care accidentally wrote me out for a month because it's a 9 when I go back. But now I'm thinking that might not have been an accident. And
well, I mean, you said I need to go back to work like tomorrow. He's like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, he said, when would you like to go back to work? I said, well, tomorrow. He's like, no. But that was it. It wasn't so you're going to wait a month. I was like, I'm going to have to go get that note changed. But I might not be able to. And then I got prescribed a boot. I didn't know they prescribed it. I thought they just told you to go get it. But I got a whole prescription thing somewhere over here. A friend of mine has one because I thought they were going to... Okay. A friend of mine has one. She's going to give it to me because I thought they were going to be expensive, but we looked them up and they don't seem like they're that expensive. So
the boot alone is on Amazon $35. Of course, after taxes, you're probably talking $40. But
right.
And then you get the stabilizer. You can get the stabilizer with it for $65, but you can buy the stabilizer on its own for $15. So,
ain't that normal? But yeah, they did wrap my foot in the ace bandage. Bigger one than what I was using. I was using just a little sticky, short one.
I'm going to take a shower. I know, don't play music.
Yeah, don't play music.
But do let me know when you're off there so I can start music.
No way, dude. Because then I'm going to bed. And how much music play.
Okay, I'm still going to play music. Lowly.
Very, very lowly.
Yes, but I will have this.
YouTube has an issue with even low music.
Well, it'll be in the bathroom. And I'm going to turn it down low while I'm in the shower, but hopefully the water drowns it out for me. But I'm not going to turn it up loud, because as long as this is in the shower with me, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, have fun. Don't have too much fun. Yeah, so that's how that went. And I still don't know everything. But there is more. So she was concerned about my calf size as well. Once again, tried to explain, I've got big calves. It's just how it is. They've always been extra special muscular. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. They've always been like just pow. To the point men say they wish they had my calves. Not sure that's a compliment. Not at all. And I always tease them and joke, you can't get these calves. I'm 5 foot tall. I have to stand up on my tippy toes for everything. And that's a calf workout, okay? But I've got big calves. In fact, at my lowest weight, the 156, when I took my measurements, my calves were always the same size as my mid-thighs. Oh, it's just sizable. So I'm not really worried about it being blood clots, but they are. So they are also requesting that I have other testing done to make sure there's not blood clots in my legs. Okay, fine, we'll do it. But I don't think that's an issue. I'm more concerned about the, I think electrolytes. I really do. Although I have up my magnesium and potassium and all that stuff, and I still am getting cramps, but I'm also still favoring that ankle and trying to keep pressure off, which might be causing issues with my calf. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, three theories, and one's as good as the next, except for I don't think it's blood clots. But we're going to be safe, better safe than sorry, and get it checked anyway, just to be, smart. I don't know when they're going to set that appointment. They're supposed to call me back, and it was late in the day when my appointment was, so, it was already pretty much closing time. All right, so there's that. Now, they took blood work, and I got that back without doctor's notes or anything. I just, have the app and all that, and I went in and looked at it, and I'm like, crap. So there was one problem I always had before I started keto. Well, lots of them. I had lots of them, but there was one that was a bigger deal. My white blood cell count was always too high, like always. Doctor was a little concerned about it, sent me to have that checked, and the oncologist said that is not the biggest part of your problems. Your platelet count's ridiculous, like blood clot ridiculous. Like, how are you not dead? He literally asked me, how are you not dead? And I was like, I don't know, you're the doctor, you tell me. But I had to take chemotherapy pills for the very long time, all the time. It was a form of blood cancer, which was messing with my bone marrow. 4 months into keto, it was gone, though. I want y'all to know that. Gone. It completely reversed it. The problem is I've been assing around a lot for a long time. You guys know this. It's not a secret. I've regained some weight. I have ate pretty much, I won't say what I want, because I'm not diving into cakes and stuff like that. Usually, I told you in the last video, I did dive into a box of little baby fudge rounds, and I regret it, but I did it. So, pull up your big girl panties and deal with life. But, yeah, I haven't been that good of a girl, which is why I've regained some weight, which is why I've starting to re-disease. So gram absolute, I don't remember what it is, but it's high. Went in and looked up what that means exactly, because I've never paid attention to that. And it's usually got to do with blood cancer and, oh goodness, blood infections, bone marrow issues, and autoimmune disease. It's like, no. So me and keto have done some amazing things. Me and not keto have done some not good things. And that's one thing. Well, I mean, I don't want none of it back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want not a damn bit of it back. But it's coming back, or at least that's what I'm seeing from that. And I got a feeling the next step will be, okay, so we're gonna need you to get those blood, the calves checked for blood clots. We're gonna need you to go in to the oncologist and have your platelets counted. Okay, so my platelet count on these were normal. The problem is my platelets are so tightly done, they have to be manually counted. So they have to order a special test for that. And that's my fault. I did this. This is me. And I mean, look, I look huge. I'm not going to lie. I look much bigger in this shirt. But honestly, I'm bigger. A lot bigger than my lowest weight. So, it's still a matter of life or death for me. It still is. And when you get to a set point, to a place where you're kind of sort of comfortable and you get lazy, you will re-disease. Here I am doing it. My white blood cell count is really high, which, I mean, there's a couple things that can indicate just an infection, but I don't feel like I got an infection. There's nothing wrong with my ankle, all those swollen puffy. I guess they'll figure that out. And again, this all came without doctor's comment, because I got the results after the fact. So we'll see what they say, but I got a feeling I'm not going to like it. And I'm going to have to get strict keto again, clean keto. Not only to lose weight, but to get rid of the disease that appears to be coming back from what I can tell. I'm not happy about that. And I did check my results because it shows me a graph of past results. Pre-keto, it was normal. It was really high. During keto, it was normal. And now it's high again. So if that tells you how much I've asked around, yeah. And again, it's still a matter of life or death for me, because if I don't get this right, well, I mean, I don't know, because people can, all right, can shorten lifespans. But if you take your medication and don't skip it, because once you start skipping it, it might not work anymore. So, or a bone marrow transplant, which my brother was forcibly lined up for. I don't even know if it would work. We just told him, you're going to do it. He's like, ow, no. But, you know, he's my older brother. I don't mind hurting him. I can't hurt one of my children. So, you know. Okay, I do mind hurting him. Don't get me wrong. He's my older brother. It's smack talk. It's what happens. My sister's not healthy enough to do that. So, take it as it comes. Again, this is without doctor consult with that, but you know, I was capable of reading those things. And I'm really, really kind of disappointed in me, not in keto. Please understand that this has nothing to do with keto. Well, I mean, it does, but it's because I'm not doing keto. Even when I am doing keto here lately, it's been very dirty, lazy keto, like breads and different stuff. Now, if you have a keto sandwich, I'm not going to bitch at you. I don't want to be bitched at. Because once in a while you crave a little something and you might want one. When you do it a lot, though, frequently, and you know it's not working, what is that definition of insanity? When you do something over and over again and expect a different result? It's a little nuts. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So, anyway, I was talking to my husband about it. I was like, you know what, maybe something's just telling me that's just not the path for me. Because, I mean, this literally happened 14 or 15 hours before. My phone just loves to ring when I'm talking. So, as I was saying, this happened like right before I was supposed to start work. And it's almost this cosmic, that's not the right path for you. I'm trying to have the best attitude about everything that I can. Because obviously, need the job, need the income. But I did, luckily, you know, stumble across a podcast that said a few things that really resonated to me and rung in my ears as true. That life's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Although I really, really wish it hadn't happened in such a way. But then again, it took such a way, didn't it? Because I'm hard-headed, I'm stubborn, so I kept trying. But it's not working because I can't walk in this. I need to be able to walk and stand. So, and there was something else that was said. I'll think about it in a minute. But it really rang that you need to follow your passion and your joy and try to get away from stuff you don't prefer. And I don't prefer to work in a building with no AC for 12 hours a day. So, me too, but I also tell my husband, certain things I'm tired of fighting. I really am. 6 months. Really? Now that? Sorry. But 6 months. We've been fighting. I've been fighting, but he's with me on it. But we've been fighting this whole trying to keep everything paid. And it worked for the last 3 months or so. Sorry. It's like, I'm getting these hella gentle nudges with a pitchfork in a certain direction that I'm trying to go in the other one. You know, and I'm just tired of kind of fighting certain things. Here's the thing, I want to keep my car. I really, really like it. But if I can't at this point, I just can't. There's too much going on for me to worry just about my car because I like it. And let's be honest with you, reality, by the time I do get it paid off, it'll be worth the damn thing. But I'm gonna still push to keep it. But if I can't, I can't. His car's paid for. The AC sucks, but if I don't have a car payment, I can work on fixing the AC, right? It was fine, but it's not now. We got the van. That's not a daily driver. You don't want to do that. Can't nobody afford gas like that. So it's definitely not a daily driver. But we'll make it work one way or the other. But some sacrifices might have to be made. I start to say that I'd like to keep this job, but I wouldn't. I don't like it. I don't prefer it at all. It's not something I want in my life. The paycheck is. So I just have to figure out how to make up for that paycheck. And we're going to start door dashing probably tomorrow. Did sign up for it weeks ago, but never actually done it because I couldn't get the app to work right for one. And it was just a glitch with my phone. But now we think we got it working right. I think I've got to take Corey to reapply for I don't even know what you call it. She's redoing her learner's permit. She's in that little loopy hole where she just drives with other drivers, so she don't have to pay high insurance. So yeah, she's gonna redo her learner's permit, and I think she has done DoorDash before. It's just been a while, so I think I'm gonna have her show me the ropes while we're out, and we'll see how this goes. So, like, I can help my husband with flea markets, or well, at the moment, I've been out to some with him, and I tried to help him. He takes everything away from me, won't let me do much. He'll bring it to the table and like I can lay it out, but I can't really like walk around with the totes or anything like that. So I've done that, but at least this way I can like maybe DoorDash while he's doing that, and at other times too with his help, so that we can get income. But I don't know how they pay. I know I had to put my bank account on file, but I don't know how long you have to wait, how much gas you're going to use beforehand. I know nothing about it. I'm virtually a stranger to it. So I'm going to go out with Corey tomorrow and have her show me some ropes, from somebody who's done it a few times before. I've watched a few YouTube videos on it. I'm not good on it. And I don't want to talk like I'm losing this job, but I'm losing this job. Let's be real. If I am written out for a month, I'm definitely losing it. And being a new temp, most likely I'm losing it. And I can't really walk for a while real good. So there's that. Just one great big kerfuffle. I don't know how to say that word, and I'm getting really, really sleepy. Oh, hold on. That was another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about with that one little podcast I seen. And actually, I've been watching some Dr. Barry and Dr. Berg too lately. But this was a podcast I just kind of stumbled on, and I watched it because it caught my eye. And you know how we always think, the most important things as far as physical being goes, air, water, food. But it's not exactly true, is it? So like they were saying, you can't go 3 to 5 minutes without air. You can't go 3 to 5 days without water. You can go a little while without food. Not necessarily preferable, but you can. But you can't go anywhere near the length of time without sleep as you can without food. So sleep is very, very important for healing, and I don't get enough of it, and I need to start. I need to use this time to work on, well, for one, making money, but for two, taking care of myself, because that's something I have failed to do consistently for a long time. I tried at the beginning of my keto journey. I was really, really doing well with taking care of myself in many, many aspects, But that has just completely fallen to the wayside, almost 100%. Almost, I'm still taking baths, not as many as I used to. I'm painting my nails, not as good as I used to. Because, I know it seems silly to some of y'all, but, they steal their codes here. Because I'm lazy. And I'm really not. That's not my personality. I'm dying to clean the house, even though I can't really stand up for long. I need to take a minute to breathe, to enjoy life some way, laugh a little, because all I've been doing is working, either there or on here, on eBay, whatever. All I've been doing is working and getting richer for it. But I'm still trying to build it, but I have taken so little time to enjoy anything. Even as far as my grandkids go, and if you guys have been watching me for a minute, my children and grandchildren are the most important things in my life. You guys haven't even seen baby Atreus except for in a few pictures and a minor clip here and there. That's not how y'all seen Athena or Anthony or Zach. I have not been taking care of Joni. And that includes them, because that's the highlight of my life, is playing with my grandbabies and being around my babies. So I haven't taken care of myself at all, keto-wise or anything. Now today, after seeing that, I was much cleaner. Tonight I had a steak. I didn't even put A1 on it. It was just seasoning. So I got to get better with everything. Because again, matter of life and death with keto. Still, for me. I think it's for everybody, because if you quit, you re-disease and regain your weight. So, and that's with anything you do that heals you. If you quit, you screw yourself over, is what you do. But I need to take Joni time to sleep, to rest, literally rest. Maybe just kick my feet back on the couch and watch some TV, because I don't do that. The only time this TV comes on is when I'm laying down to go to sleep, and I'm usually out in 2 to 3 minutes. And that's it. I take no time for myself. No time to just chill, to laugh, to joke. That's not like me at all. So I've lost a lot of who I am trying to gain more. I guess it goes back to the same thing I was talking about the other day, where and my train of thought flew right out the window because my eyes are drooping and I'm getting tired and it's really late. I'm going to go ahead and end this because, oh my goodness. I was wanting to make short videos because I know personally when I look at a video and be like 41 minutes, 50 minutes, I really don't have time to devote to that, so I don't even click on it. But a 7 to 8 minute video, yeah, I can watch that while I'm doing this, that, and the other. I'm tired. It's time to start taking care of Joni, start taking care of myself for real, and getting my crap together. And that means keto-wise too. I have to. Once again, matter of life and death. Got to. If this saved your life, you got to too. It's just par for the course. And I need to take time to actually sleep and rest. So with that being said, it's time to go sleep and rest. There's so much more I want to talk to you guys about, but we're going to start spreading that out short and sweet. Well, not short enough, anyway. All right, guys, that's it. I'm falling asleep while I'm talking. Much love, many prayers. If you need my help, my contact information is below. I'll answer you tomorrow, probably. Bye, y'all.